Eshwaran Kangasingam, and I would love to show arm sling bandage style to one of my friends. My friend's injury is he has strained his elbow and shoulder. So what am I going to do here is the arm sling method of bandaging. He was actually playing a sport and then he fell down and then he strained his arm. So these are the ways to do arm sling. First and foremost, we have to look at the patient. We should ask them, sir, are you okay, sir?
So now the pain is quite bad.
Alright. So let me do bandaging. Alright. So this is the place where he got the strain from. First method, take a bandage like this, right? The sling. This one. Put it just like this. Right? Once you do this, make sure you bring this part, this tip of the bandage. Make sure the patient doesn't, he feels comfortable wearing this bandage. Are you comfortable, sir? So, cover it like this. Let his hands, strain hand, and this part, you have to cross it like this. So when you cross, you will see these two edges here. The way of tying is not dead knot, but then there's a different technique for this first. Right, left. Do not over tighten it. See, are you okay? Okay. So always ask the patient, do they feel comfortable or not comfortable? And then just now right to left, now left to right. That's all. Once it's done, check in the front and you can see this extra piece here. If we have pin or paper pin or small what do you call pin? Normal close pin, just take the pin and pin it up. But for now, I do not have pin, so what am I going to do here is take like this, hold it, yes, and inside, and make sure it's all okay. And also check our patient. If you want to hold it this way to make it more comfortable for our patient for the injury, you will still be okay. And final step is to ask our patient how do they feel and are they comfortable with this bandaging style. Are you comfortable, sir? Yes. So that's all from me. This is the arm sling bandaging style for the athletes, for the students, for people who are just injured, who have strained elbows, strained arms, just like that. Thank you very much. I'm Eshwaran and you are watching Masala Samir.
Hello everyone, my name is Ghuzlan and I'm going to show you how to bandage an ankle sprain. So firstly, an ankle sprain happens when a foot is twisted in an awkward position, so which results in a tear in the tissue at the right side of the foot. It causes the tissue to not support the bones and will cause swelling and bruises. So let's move on to the bandage. So let's say you have an ankle sprain over here. This part of the tissue will tear and it will cause swelling all over the foot. So to reduce the swelling, we're gonna use an ace wrap. I think this is called an ace wrap, bandaging. This is an old ace wrap because the newer ones, I think they have a velcro on them, but this is only using a pin. So you take this out, take the pins out, and begin the bandaging. So firstly, what you're gonna do is you bandage the front of the foot twice. Make sure to make it as snug as possible, but not too tight because it will disturb the circulation. Once you come here, you need to do a figure 8 motion, like this, and then go back down, and then basically repeat the process until you've run out of bandages, length of the bandage. Make sure as well not to cover this part of the foot because it will it will disturb the movement. It will make your movement a little bit harder. So just repeat the figure 8 until you're done. So once you've come to the end of the bandage, you take the pins and you put it at the right and the left side so that it can secure the bandage like so. So you see here, you don't this is how you tie an ankle sprain. If you have the ankle sprain, basically it's gonna support the bones while your tissue is healing. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ezzad, and I will be doing a type of bandaging for an open wound injury on the head. Now for this type of injury, usually it can occur when any accident happens and then you have a very open, dangerous wound on here. So we need to do a bandaging that requires to cover the wound so that there will be no other infections or exposure to the environment. So first I'll start with this kind of bandaging. Here we use a triangular bandage, and to start with, we have to hold it upside down. Okay. After that, we need to cover the person's head from the back, from the trip right here, and cover it over the head and up the almost above the eyebrows. Okay. After that, these two, the edges over here must be pulled back. Okay, and the sides must be above the ear parts at the very least, pulled back very tightly so that there won't be any. It won't be easy to fall off. After that, when the two are behind the back, they need to cross each other, then go back to the front. Okay, going back to the front, these two ends must be tied in together very tightly. Okay, so two double knots, 1 and 2. Okay, when that's done, it will look like this. So that the extra part here needs to be folded in so that there's no disturbance. So the extra part is just be tucked way back here. That's and then you are done. Now also the front part here, you can also just hide them between these the two knots here, so that you won't disturb the face area. Okay? And make sure it's very tight so that they won't fall out easily. And this part will cover the open wound. That's how you do a triangular bandage on an open wound injury on the head. And that's done.
Okay, here I'm gonna wrap an injured arm. Okay, here are the steps. The affected muscles here, the 3 muscles are the bicep and the tricep, and also the elbow part. These are all the muscles that consist of the forearm. First we're gonna wrap tight. Then we're going downward spiral here. Boleh stop.
Kasi the spider terus ikut je flow dia.
Thank you. Okay. Alright. To check the bandaging effectiveness, okay, the patient must be able to flex his elbow, alright, in order. Okay. Okay, I think that's all.
Him here. His name is Roshan. So the injury that he has sustained today is falling from bicycle and causing a sprained wrist. So sprained wrist can be diagnosed under grade 1 sprained wrist because he still has full function of his wrist and has not lost a lot of functionality. So the bandaging we'll be using today is a elastic bandage, and we'll be just wrapping up his wrist to cure his bruises and give him a week to recover from his sprain. So we'll just be bandaging his wrist from here. We'll be doing the figure 8 wrist bandaging technique. Okay, so these are the methods. So we put one layer above this to X the bandage. Then we come from down under over his wrist. Then we wrap it from here. Then another layer over the same place just to make sure it's more compressed. So Roshan, do you feel a little bit compressed in your hands? Not much compressed, right? Just mild only, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can you move your fingers? Left down? Alright. And we straight move on from here. As we proceed, we move on to his wrist, which is where the injury has been occurred. Okay, as you all can see. So basically, to finish off this wrapping, we just need to make sure it's crossed. Since it's only mild one injury, so we don't need to use any dressing or anything. Okay. So on this part, we can either use a tape to tape it up, or we can just roll it. We can insert it into here. So this is the patient's wrist. So now we ask the patient, can you move your fingers?
Yes.
You can move your thumb, right? Okay. So from here onwards, we will advise the patient to just use the RICE method, which is rest his arm, ice his wrist, and compression is the bandage, and always keep his wrist in an elevated position. So when he's sleeping and everything, so the blood flow is much better. And so that is all.